Hi, and welcome back to another year of Catholic Schoolhouse. For you guys that have been with me the past couple of years, just welcome. For those of you who are new, things might be a little bit different since you're moving up from grammar, but we're super excited to have you in class, and I know we're all excited to be back in person soon, and it's going to be great to be back in the classroom. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about purpose. Purpose. Why would we want to talk about that? Well, first of all, I've been really impressed with this class. You guys have done such a great job of just being excited about projects, of working hard, of doing your best. But every once in a while, I will see something that looks a little bit like this. So I know you guys might recognize the look on that face, right? You guys might be thinking, yeah, I've been there before, or my neighbor has. As we're in class, I can tell they're zoning out. And there are a number of reasons why that might happen during class. You might be tired. Those years that we've had class at the end of the day, you might have already been just going through so much. You might have forgotten your breakfast this morning. There are a lot of different reasons why you might feel that way, but sometimes it might just be linked a little bit to motivation and the fact that you aren't sure why you have to learn certain things that we're learning. You're not sure if you want to do this art project that we're doing. So let's talk a little bit about purpose. And my hope is that once you find the purpose for creating, that you will be very excited, enthusiastic about coming to class and getting involved with these projects, maybe even the ones that are not your favorite. So, okay, let's find out a definition for purpose. The reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. For which something is done or created. So that does sound a lot like art, right? I mean, we could definitely apply it to that. And for which something exists. Now, I know you guys in this class, you guys are definitely well educated. You guys are just in a great position, homeschooling, your parents are wonderful. I know that you guys know your purpose for which something exists, to know, love, and serve God. I know that you guys know that, and that means so much to you. So could our purpose for making art be tied to our purpose? So let's think about that a little bit. And we'll go on and talk about a little bit about purposes historically. Creating art with a purpose. So art through the ages, art was made for a purpose. You can look at that first painting there, and that is one that is going along with our historical timeline this year. We're starting with prehistory. So that one is a cave painting, and that one was found in France. And the Lascaux cave paintings. And that section of it is called, I believe it's called the Great Black Bull. Let me just check here and make sure that I'm saying the correct name here. Yes, it's Great Black Bull. And that would have been just something very common in society of hunters and gatherers back then. It would have been something very important to them. I know that you probably recognize the one on the right, The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. And the one in the middle is Moses by Michelangelo, just masterpieces, great works of art. And you can tell how much faith in those cultures and those settings and for us too matters. Some other reasons that people have created art historically are the basic human instinct for harmony, balance, and rhythm. So in other words, to bring beauty to others, to experience that which we don't fully grasp. And here's a quote that I have for you guys. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. And that is by Albert Einstein. Another reason is to express your imagination. And art can have a symbolic function, like a cultural decoration or symbol. It can also be a communication, like a map or a scientific illustration. So something a little bit more practical. Art, for some, have used it to try to incite political change. For some, it's been kind of a free zone, like a place where I can express. And for some, it's been social inquiry, subversion, or even anarchy for some. And those are reasons why art has been created historically. Let's look at some of the reason behind our purpose. The three transcendentals. And some of you guys know, we have talked about these for the past couple years, the three transcendentals. From the beginning, society, people have asked themselves questions. And the kind of questions that, just really matter a lot. Like what is truth? What is goodness? What is beauty? What is magnificent? What is right? What is reality, right? So just those big questions. And how would we ask those kind of questions? So ask yourself this: do the things I really long for in life, I really hope for, think of love, family, and just peace and harmony with other human beings, do these things fit in with transcendentals, with truth? Are we looking for truth? Are we looking for goodness? Are we looking for the beautiful? Are we drawn towards that? So be thinking about that. We're going to be talking about that for this unit. Transcendental, as a definition, refers to something that exists beyond space and time and matter in the world. So it basically, it transcends the things that we're seeing every day. It's something that goes on beyond the reality that you see. And the main sources for the essential elements for the three transcendentals include Plato and Aristotle. So we're going back to philosophers there. And then St. Augustine, St. Thomas Aquinas developed it more. And then there was Philip the Chancellor. He was someone who made the first systematic formulation of the doctrine of the transcendentals. But we're going to be talking about that a little bit more and why we would be wanting to use that in art. Here's a quote from the Catechism, number 2501. Created in the image of God, man also expresses the truth of his relationship with God, the Creator, by the beauty of his artistic works. So that there, right there, so important. Truth, goodness, and beauty. These are three things that speak to us, that actually inspire us to want to share what we see with the rest of the world. Say you see something beautiful in nature, you see something about your faith, you see something about your family, you see something and just in your pets, in your the landscape around you, something that you want to share with others. That can be a great motivator for our artwork, and so many artworks have been created through the ages for that reason. Okay, so what are we going to do during this unit? Just to give you guys a preview, we're going to be doing some journaling. We're going to keep a journal for a week of artistic inspiration, see what inspires you, writing, sketching, writing the things that you think of when you see them, when you're just out taking a walk and you see a bird land on the water. If that's inspirational for you, you could sketch that. You can write down how you felt during that time. So for about a week, we're going to be doing that. And we're also going to read St. Pope John Paul II's Letter to Artists. It's a really, really inspiring piece of literature. And then we're going to be writing a letter back to him as if you can give him a letter and tell him what is your purpose for being an artist and what you want to accomplish by being an artist. We're also going to be studying some history, not only why historical art was created and some individual stories behind it and reasons, but also the techniques that artists have used in the past, techniques to accomplish their purpose. And by studying that, we're going to be learning techniques. So once you discover a purpose, how can you share that with the world? What's the most effective way? So you can, in order to accomplish your own purpose, you can use those techniques. And that's one reason why we are in class learning techniques, learning things that were handed down by artists, because that way we can emulate them. We can learn how to express ourselves in a whole new way. And then last but not least, we are going to be creating. We're going to be using what we've learned about technique to illustrate a fairy tale or a myth that interests you. So say you want to do Little Red Riding Hood and you're trying to make the wolf look really scary. How would you do that? What kind of colors would you use? What kind of lines? What kind of composition? So you're going to be learning that and then applying it. And also for your the culmination of this unit, your main project is going to be a piece of artwork that you make. You could make it a painting, a sculpture, a drawing, whatever you choose. But you're going to make it according to the purpose that you've chosen. And you're going to also be writing an artist statement about why you made it and what your purposes are for creating it. So we've got a lot to look forward to. I'm super excited to see what makes you excited to create. And I am excited to see your art bloom and grow. All right, I will see you all soon. Goodbye.